Pathways to Wholeness podcast. I'm Michael Warmoth, and I thank you for joining us for this next episode of meditative teaching. Please note that these meditations were recorded in a tropical environment with the windows and doors open, so you will hear birds and other sounds in the background. Try not to let them distract you from the words. Okay, let's just settle in, relax, maybe take a few breaths and just listen to the music before the teaching starts. Let us devote ourselves in this moment to becoming still, quiet, and present. To letting go of all the activity of the mind, of trying to figure out things, trying to do the right thing, to think the right thing. There is actually nothing to be done except devote ourselves to the experience of this moment. It is a shifting of our focus, change in our state. As we begin to pay attention to this moment, just as it comes, without controlling, without thinking, without planning, without judgment. Stillness and quiet are what we need to cultivate in this moment. And we can assist that process by simply being interested in What is the reality of this moment? What can be experienced by doing nothing? It can be hard to do nothing, to let go of everything. We are very used to being in movement and action, accomplishing. There is no need for any of that now. There is a state of being available to us for the actual doing of nothing is the right thing to do. But there is one use of effort and will, which is to keep our focus on what is. To bring it back from the distractions of the mind back to the present, back to the moment, back to stillness, quiet. For what we will find when we do become quiet and still, when we are doing nothing, that there is actually a lot going on. It begins to sense the presence of life itself, and energy within us and around us. There is a creative force at work. We can begin to experience that when we become open and available. When we make the choice to do nothing. There is a sense of dropping down into ourselves. We leave the distractions of the mind. The sense of returning to a true home. What we begin to experience is the presence and the power of the infinite consciousness within us. The presence of a universal spirit. Spirit being the creative force and form that which inspires and gives love and life. It is that spirit within us that is universal, absolute, omnipresent, infinite, and timeless. When we begin to sense that spirit within us, call that grace, blessing of the Spirit, calling us back to our true selves, our true nature, our true source. That presence and power is here, always with us, always in us, and through us, and around us. Always the source of consciousness within us. The bearer of all intelligence. It is certain that presence is the nature and essence of every one of us. That it is closer to us than anything else. That it is not hidden, it is not reserved, it's not withheld, it's not lost. It's simply our decision to look away that makes it seem unavailable. Once we agree to make room for it to become available, to give up distracting ourselves, it is right here. It is the source of miracles and healing and creation. And the more we give ourselves to it, the more our lives are defined by miracles and healing and creation. The more we surrender our agenda, the more we will experience spontaneous potential and possibilities of every moment. So let us continue to devote ourselves completely becoming an open expression, an open channel of that presence and power. There is nothing that compares to the power and presence of the infinite within us. Our attempts to control and manipulate are insignificant. We, on our own, cannot create miracles, cannot give life, cannot access the absolute infinite intelligence of that one creative power. We must let go of that identity that is so limited and constricted. Release everything. And we say yes with every ounce of our being. Nothing can stop us. And we are fully committed and devoted to knowing only the truth. To being completely open and available. We will know the peace and the certainty of being one with that which is the creator of all. And all that power and that creativity and that potential is available to us. It isn't a question doing the right thing or doing things the right way. It's the question of being available. Unblocking our connection to the power within us. Grace of the presence, the power of the Spirit is alive within you right now. It's only necessary to become quiet and still enough. Become open and available, to become present. we will hear the call of our authentic and true selves. Then we will know peace. Thank you for listening to this episode of our podcast. If you'd like more information on these meditations and teachings, visit pathwaystosurrender.com. You might be interested in our other podcast, Pathways to Surrender. These are guided meditations designed to support you in letting go of whatever tensions or false ideas you might be holding about how things really are, and reaching a state of peace and surrender. That's Pathways to Surrender. Look for the next episode soon. We're uploading them every couple of days. See you next time.